Hey everybody, it's Kurt Sawyer, Sawyer's Maple Farm again. Kind of a quick update what's going on around here. We are currently sucking out our underground pump line from our first pump house to the sugar house, about 500 feet. But I've got two of those lines under there. So we're trying to suck water from the sugar house RO water, suck that down into the releaser down at the pump house. That pump will kick in and pump it up the second line back out to the sugar house again, and then into a tank, and then we'll just dump it from there. Get all that slimy stuff out of there. However, the line we're sucking up from is also connected, is actually the same line that goes all the way to our second pump house, and that has a couple of drains on it, one at a low spot and then another one all the way down at the pump house. That's almost a mile away from the sugar house, and I forgot to close those valves before I started this project. So now I'm on my way out there on foot. As you see, ATV doesn't want to run. I think it's got either some bad gas in it or water, or perhaps it's just the fuel filter. Anyways, that's life on the farm. When you need the piece of equipment, that's when it fails on you. So I get to walk today. Not bad. Get to walk a couple miles. That's good for you. Keeps the poundage off, right? So as you can see from the last time we were out here, boy, has it greened up. It's like overnight up here. Never ceases to amaze me how the northern woods goes from snow 1 minute to 80 degrees and the leaves are out in a matter of basically a week, sometimes two, but it's usually in that general ballpark, and it just turns green. As you can see out here, everything's very green. I got my woods helper out here. She's mostly helpful. She likes to hunt squirrels. She really likes it when I pull a shotgun out and I hunt squirrels with her. She thinks that's like the best thing ever. And she'll actually go like berserk, whining and carrying on. So, someday we'll have to get another ATV of some kind. ATV, UTV, something. Kind of eyeing those John Deere Gators. Like the ones like with 6 wheels and a little more like a UTV, but more useful because it's built for farming, and that's kind of what we do. I find that most ATVs and whatever have got like a storage space or cargo space of I don't know, postage stamp. Can't really haul much anything in them. But I'd really like to get one of those military versions of those Gators, because those have got a big dump body and folding sides, and they got all kinds of stuff on those things. They're really sharp looking. Problem is, they're pretty rare. The only time you can find them is when the military auctions a bunch of them off when they're done using them. So, kind of hard to come by. Oh well, someday we'll find something. What we got now is, and you'll probably see it in one of these videos I posted on there, it's actually an Argo. It's a 6-wheeled UTV with rubber tires and then tracks over the tires. I could run it this time of year without the tracks, but obviously you get more traction from the tracks than you do with tires. And I tend to have fewer flats if I'm running tracks. So that's what we use. The only problem with it is the suspension on it is nil. There's like nothing. It's old technology. We're talking like early tank technology from like 1900s. Early 1900s, like 1903, except this has got rubber tires, and that's basically your suspension. So if you don't have them low enough, and or it gets hot and sunny, they really inflate. And look out, every time you hit a bump, you don't hit it once, you hit it 3 times. And boy, does that hurt when you hit a bump. So you tend to have to go pretty slow with it. But for the most part, it's a pretty good machine. I mean, it'll go places that an ATV just will not. Even if you put tracks on an ATV, this thing will still outclass it. Give you, for instance, when we redid our first conductor, it was up. We were upgrading it, making it 2-inch pipe instead of 1.5 inches, because it just didn't really have the slope and the pitch. And we took out that 1.5 inch pipe, disconnected it from all our posts and trees and things, and then took it out in big sections, like 1,000 foot or more. Hooked onto it with the Argo, tugged it a couple times to kind of break it loose from all the bushes, and then away we went and towed it out to where we were gonna put it next. It's actually our new pump line that I'm actually gonna go work on right now, or close the valves off on. So always kind of interesting. You never know what you're gonna do around the farm. Like today, I'm all, well, dried out somewhat now, but was all wet and cold. Was cleaning out the back pan of the evaporator, and of course I'm getting water sprayed all over me and sludge and whatever from the inside, all the stuff that just builds on the inside of the pan over the course of a boiling season. But this is the first time it's gotten cleaned all season long. Normally we'll clean it about halfway through, but this year we didn't. So, it's pretty good. We'll see what happens. It looks pretty clean for the most part. Just had a bunch of niter sitting in the bottom in big chunks. So I got some of them broke up. I got a lot of it flushed out. And then the rest of it, I filled it up just enough water to get above those chunks of niter, and put a bunch more acid in it, and we'll let it soak for another week or so. And I guess I'll see if I can get my hands on a pressure washer somewhere, rent one, borrow one, something, and really hit it with pressure washer, clean it right up. But things are looking pretty good around here. Always projects. Whether you're cleaning something up or getting started on the next project. Of course, the trail I got to use is a snowmobile trail in the wintertime, and it's still getting frost out of it and everything, so it's kind of mucky. Not too great. There we go, our detour. This is fun. You can see our pump line and our vacuum line. This is the one that connects to our remote pump house. And this has, our problem was we had to cross the snowmobile trail. So we had to be at least 16 feet up above it so that it wouldn't interfere with the groomer when that comes through. It's a big old tractor. Yep, I hear a vacuum at this thing. So if you can see that. So our solution was, if you look at this along here, trees are kind of small and spindly, and we're in a kind of a hole. And the best solution was to put a belly in, an intentional belly in our pipe. And so that's what we came up with. And I said, well, what if we pop it in and we'll just put a valve in here. Did the same thing on our vacuum line, which apparently got some liquid in it. And that allowed us to be 16 feet over the snowmobile trail and then not have to be 20 or 30 something feet in this hole up tiny little spindly trees that really wouldn't support our weight, let alone the pipe or anything. So works pretty good. So when we're done, like in the middle of when we're pumping sap during the season, we'll actually come out here at night when we're done pumping, especially if we know it's going to freeze at night, and we'll show you. We'll open up a drain valve at the pump house, which I'm going to go close now, and then we'll open up that valve back behind us, and that whole thing drains right out. Most all of it, I think, what's that, about 1,800 feet or so from the top of the hill, drains all the way back down to the second pump house. It's about 250 gallons worth of sap. Don't really want to lose most of the time. So we drain that out. Works pretty good. Wasn't our ideal solution. Would have liked to have just had the one valve down at the pump house and just open that up and let it all drain out. Doesn't always work that way. What are you gonna do? Oh. And where the trail crosses there is all ledge underneath it, because the other solution was, well, what if we just stick a culvert down under there, feed the pipe through the culvert? We can still maintain our pitch, everything works good, but it's all ledge, so no culvert. That, and it's another freeze point, and one that's arguably a lot harder to get to than the one in the woods. Boy, oh boy, everything's greening right up here. This time of year, we like to go looking for moose antlers, but we've been so busy cleaning stuff up around here. Haven't had a really good chance to get out looking around and stuff. We found some towards the end of the season. If you get on our website, sawyersmaple.com, you'll find them on there. And stay tuned, there's even a match set. Had to clean them up some. I'll get them mounted on a board and I'll put them on there. That'll be nice. So, but I don't know. Not sure what else to tell you guys. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We got new exciting things coming. I think we actually do have some new videos coming. We're gonna look at making maple sugar, so converting syrup into actual sugar, and like in a granulated form, and maybe making our maple granola. I won't give you the recipe though, trade secret. And same thing with our popcorn. It's almost like, what do you call that? Cracker Jacks. It's so good. It's actually quite addicting. And that used to just be a seasonal staple, or a seasonal treat rather, you know, around November, Christmas time. But it's kind of turned into a year-round thing. People love it. People are always asking for it. And then probably do another one showing making cotton candy, maple cotton candy, the best kind ever. For all you, those out there who don't like cotton candy, just wait till you try maple cotton candy. That stuff is the best. And then we're talking about even doing a little series on other maple recipes, like maple whoopie pies and cooking with maple syrup. Maybe we'll do some with cooking out on the grill, some of our maple rubs on chicken or pork or hamburgers. That could be pretty good. Stir fries, French fries. Oh yeah, the list goes on and on. Maple's not just for pancakes, folks. So stay tuned. There'll be more videos coming over the course of the summer. And of course, I got new videos coming out from every Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So looking forward to seeing you guys. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, and see you around the next video. That's all for now, folks.